this is the actual book. Sup? So if you haven't followed me on my social medias for the past month or so, on Twitter or Bluesky, then you might not be aware that I have published a new book recently. On January 17th, I've released The Runaway's Shadow, as you can see right here. This is the paperback edition. You've read the title of this video. You probably have a few questions. And yes, just as my beautiful background says, there is a free book. That's kind of the whole point. So early in the year, I decided to give myself a challenge. This challenge, as said in this author's note at the beginning, was to write a book in 5 days. However, a few conditions. I only had the first day to come up with the whole thing. The way I work is that I come up with an idea, I visit all the possible pitches that I can do with this idea, I select the one I'm the most proud of, and then I write an entire outline, or as I like to call it, a full plan. The full plan is the entire book, scene by scene. So I have a shortened version of the book, essentially, that I write first, with none of the precise details, just all of the important things listed, and then I write the full thing. So the entire first day was dedicated to that, and then the rest of the time was dedicated to actually writing the actual book. And I did it! I have a Twitter thread that you can look at, even on Bluesky, with all of the details of what happened in that week. And I'm very happy with how it turned out. I was very happy, in fact, that I decided to correct the book, so I didn't write anything new, I just corrected the mistakes and all that stuff. I drew the cover art, this is the original drawing, so for a comparison, here you go. And then on January 17th, I published the full book as a free book. So right now, you can access the entire book. It's 90 pages, it's 20,000 words, and this is the synopsis. I decided to release the book for free, entirely for free, for a few reasons. Number one, I wrote this thing as 5 days, so it's nothing extraordinary. You're not going to get the same level of depth as something like, say, Phoebe Rogue. This is just a fun bonus story, essentially. It's 20,000 words, it has some good scenes, it has some great characters, a bit of a funny twist of sorts, and I'm just very happy with how it turned out. This is a novella. It's not really high art, I want to say, but it's a story that I'm very happy with. I was just very happy with what I managed to do with this stupid challenge, and releasing this book for free just felt right. But as you can see, I have a physical copy. These are flyers that I actually just got, and this is just for a personal thing. I'm not going to dive too much into that, but the QR code does work, and I wanted to put some emphasis on this. I released a paperback version of the book, so it's a paid version. However, you do get additional content. So the actual book is 128 pages, the paperback version, and 32 of those are dedicated to bonus content. That's a fourth of the book, entirely new, if you want to say. Here is the full list of pages, and the only things I'm going to show are these. These are 2 pages, there's actually more art behind the scenes. But yeah, I really want a paperback copy of all of my books. It's always the final objective for me. It's to have a physical version that I can just flip through, be very happy with, and I'm very happy with how this going tonight. It's one of my favorites. Even if the colors are a little different compared to the fire. The fire is more accurate to the original drawing, but this is still very good. But also, I knew that releasing a paperback version that was just the original story when that original story is completely free wouldn't have been ethical, it wouldn't have been very good. So having this bonus content section just felt right to me. And it's also a good way to support me, because, surprise, the book is actually not just available on Amazon. For the first time ever, you can search the book and you will find it in other websites. It's even available in countries I did not expect, like Italy. You can get the book here. And this will probably very likely become the norm, because right now, even though the Phoebe books are only available on Amazon, in about a week or two, I will make them available elsewhere, because I'm very happy with the reach that this option provides. And speaking of which, here's the comparison with the Phoebe books, and I'm just very happy with how this turned out. So I really, well, I'm basically selling you on the book, but check it out. It's entirely free. It's entirely free. And if you really want a physical copy, you get some additional contents. And I think that's really cool. Here's a close-up on the paperback. Obviously, the paperback is the version that I recommend the most because I am a physical first kind of person. But if you can't get it, then go read the digital version. Here is the QR code again, the link It is a Google Drive link, but you can download it. So for example, if the book ever becomes unavailable somehow, I don't know why it will become unavailable, but if it does happen, if you saved it, you have it forever. It's a PDF file and anyone can get it. So yeah, that's basically it. I wrote a book in 5 days, I corrected it, and I am very pleased with the final result. And I do want to make something extremely clear. I'm going to use this video and this book as a bit of a message as well. Fuck AI. I make it very clear in the book that no AI was used, and I want to make sure that my thoughts on AI are very clear. If you read the Time Phoebe books, you already know, and with the next one, this one right here, which will release in a few months, you can tell that I absolutely hate generative AI. I despise it. And being able to write this whole book in 5 days without AI was just very gratifying. 20,000 words in 5 days is a lot. It's a lot, especially for a writer, and especially if your writing schedule is not very consistent. I won't lie, for the past few months, I didn't write a lot. I did write a whole Time Phoebe book, but it took a long time because I was very inconsistent. This challenge was very good to work your brain on coming up with ideas and also improve your writing flow, and I'm very happy for this. This book may not be anything extraordinary, but it was a damn good writing challenge. And on top of that, an excellent learning experience. And I honestly highly recommend it. This challenge is stupid. Let me be clear, it's very stupid. I did this in the only week where I was free for the whole year, at least at the moment. But if you're a writer and you're just trying to come up with ideas or trying to make your workflow a lot better, I highly recommend this, because ever since I finished this book, my writing flow has been very consistent. Every week there's something big that I do throughout all of those days, and I'm very happy with everything that I've done since this book. That's basically what I want to say, and I hate AI, so the fact that this is still possible and the fact that I managed to do this tells you everything you need to know about why I think AI sucks. AI could have probably written a whole ass book with my outline, but it would have been bad. This is, again, nothing extraordinary. It's just a fun novella. There's nothing deep about it. In fact, it has multiple flaws, I'm not even going to lie. But at the same time, I made this entire thing in 5 days. And it turned out pretty damn good in my opinion, and you can read it right now and make your own judgment based off that knowledge that this was for a writing challenge. And yeah, AI just sucks, and it really disheartens me every time I see that AI gets more and more popular and that AI is slowly taking over every single creative space. So this is also a way to encourage you to just go at it. Give yourself some kind of challenge, similar or not to this one, and just write. Come up with all of the ideas, try to make it work, and you can have something very good in the end. I think this is a decent book for what it is. As I've said, is it perfect? Absolutely not. But I do think it's very enjoyable. It's fast-paced, has a bit of action, has a bit of tension. It's more like a sort of soft thriller, if that makes sense. And yeah, that's basically it. This book is also a good way to give you an idea of my writing style and just the vibes of my books. And I do hope that with this being available for free, people are curious enough to read it and maybe give the Time Phoebe series a shot. Because these books are my main books and they will always be. I'm going to keep writing these for as long as I can, and I'm very happy with all the things I have. There are 2 books right now that are pending, Shenanigans and In Another Life, and they are both very, very good in my opinion. Especially Rogue. The whole series in general I'm very happy with, but especially Rogue, it's my all-time favorite book right now. And that's basically it. I know I've gone very quiet on YouTube, and that's mostly because I quit YouTube as a whole. I just don't create videos anymore, but I still want to promote these books, and especially a very special book like this one. This is my first original book since 2021. I'm very happy with this. Ignore the other attempts. So if you're bored and you want to read a short story for the millionth time, here you go. This is simple as that. The QR code, it works. The photo I shared on Twitter works. I'm even going to do an extra close-up like this. Or the link. Here we go. I'm going to go back on writing more lengthy books, to be fair. I am right now working on Time Phoebe 4, which I cannot give many details about. But after Time Phoebe 4, I'll be working on an actual original novel called Pilot, which I did already start writing, but right now it's put on hold so that I can focus on Time Phoebe for a little bit. I hope you have a good day. Thank you for watching. For the millionth time, check out this book, check out Ty and Phoebe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.